Welcome to the video. Thank you for tuning in. Some more news about Facebook's Libra. It's been a major talking point over the past few days in the cryptocurrency space. I'll give you some of my feedback, both positive and negative, about this. So let's begin. Facebook confirmed that its new cryptocurrency Libra isn't designed to kill or compete with Bitcoin. David Marcus, the man leading Facebook's crypto efforts, said Libra and Bitcoin can coexist with differing use cases and that he's a big fan of Bitcoin. In a tweet yesterday, he explained that Libra is designed to be a stable payment system. On the other hand, Bitcoin, he believes, is a store of value or a non-correlated asset, playing into the digital gold narrative. And here's the tweet. Marcus, who was the former president at PayPal, claims Libra is a better digital cash and payment system, while Bitcoin is a long-term investment vehicle. As CCN reported, almost no one is using Bitcoin for payment transactions. In 2019, only 1.3% of Bitcoin transactions involved merchants. In other words, most Bitcoin users are holding for the long term. And this goes down the list. I won't go through the rest of the article. I'll let you read through that. Now, firstly, I want to point out that there are still various people who want to use Bitcoin for transactions, and then on the other hand, there are people who want to use it as a store of value. In some ways, I do see this as somewhat competing. However, I'm still skeptical, especially with, as I pointed out previously, the privacy concerns related to Facebook and the sheer volume of data that they have about so many different users in the space. I would just like to mention, this is a tweet from Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance. He points this out, and this has come to mind once again about the amount of leverage Facebook has. Facebook Libra coin don't need KYC. They have so much more data on the 2 billion people, not just name, ID, address, phone number. They know your family, friends, real-time historic location, what you like, etc. They know you more than yourself and your wallets too. Best AML, end quote there from CZ. Now, this kind of reiterates the amount of clout that Facebook already possesses, and people are wondering, should they relinquish even more privacy to them, even though, yes, they say that they're trying to decentralize it and they've got various players involved in all the nodes and all of that. It's a different story. I'm reluctant to use this personally. People will argue otherwise, and some people will work in favor of me as well. As a quick side note, The Modern Investor, he gives a very good analysis of this in more detail, so I recommend checking out his video about that as well. I think we have other cryptos well established in the space. XRP is one that comes to mind. That to make that more efficient through the use of the XRP token and then transmitting money in seconds from one currency to another, you have something, you could say there's something independent as opposed to Facebook. Ripple, let's say hypothetically, if you had to give your details, would still be a fraction of the information that Facebook possesses. People are obviously concerned about the influence they have. I want to point out a couple of other articles as well. Firstly, there's a bit of technical analysis here. I won't go through the article, but just pointing it out for your further reading. Some privacy-focused altcoins have had a jump in price following this Libra announcement. India as well, being one of the largest democracies in the world, they've imposed restrictions on Facebook, and I guess to the defense of people in the space, they've imposed restrictions on cryptocurrencies in general, which is quite upsetting and is another topic for discussion. Nevertheless, Libra is unlikely to launch there, at least anytime soon. Another article on top of that, closer to home for me, one of the major 4 banks in Australia, the National Australia Bank, they're expressing their concerns about the use of Facebook's Libra as well. And again, I won't go through the article, but I'll let you read through it. This is poised to be a huge disruptor to, I guess, cryptocurrencies in general, but the fact that we have a huge social media company that is trying to reinforce its dominance in the world is very concerning for some. Time will tell us, see how this all pans out, but people need to understand what they're in for, and they have to read all the fine print before committing to this, if they were to commit to it. None of what I say is legal, tax, and or financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Forgot to mention that disclaimer earlier. But there are some other opinions in the space as well. Tom Lee, who is a notable crypto commentator, he chimes in here with his thoughts. I just want to read some of the information in this article by AMB Crypto. Thomas Lee, head of research at Fundstrat Global, spoke to CNBC about Facebook's Libra blockchain. He also opined on how it would affect the cryptocurrency space, especially Bitcoin, stablecoins, and the field of decentralized finance. Lee said that Facebook's announcement was a complete validation of the fact that institutional eyes had shifted to cryptocurrency, contradicting the people who argued that institutions were backing blockchain and not crypto. Lee added, and I do quote, "It is more targeted at stablecoin and creating a new kind of banking system, and it is very complementary to Bitcoin. So I think this is a very bullish development for Bitcoin and bad for stablecoin and anyone trying to get into decentralized finance." End quote. In addition to the above, Lee said that the other cryptocurrencies, including Gemini and other stablecoins that Libra is putting at risk, wouldn't necessarily change the price that much since each of these stablecoins is collateralized. He added, and I do quote, "Libra is going to be one of the dominant stable coins, although convertibility is going to be an issue." End quote. Visa and MasterCard backing a Libra coin there as well. And then look, there's further information in the article. I recommend that you read the rest of that website for further information too. There's this article here by Smarterium that points out information that people may not be aware of in regards to the coin. I just want to scroll down just to point out some of the key points here. Libra uses two digital currencies. So you've got Libra coin and then Libra investment token. This discussed in the white paper there. Libra is backed by several fiat currencies, hence it's not a stable coin strictly speaking. So the digital currency is backed by currencies such as the US dollar, euro, Great British pound, and Japanese yen. According to the white paper, more fiat currencies will be added later. It is vital to note that the price of Libra coin is not pegged to any one value. A snippet of the white paper states, I do quote, "It is crucial to highlight that one Libra coin will not always be able to convert into the same amount of given fiat currency. This means Libra is not a peg to just one fiat currency." End quote. Talks about the protocol of Libra not strictly speaking being a blockchain there. And then a tweet from Jameson Lopp, who's from Kaza, a Bitcoin security firm there. More information in the article. What are your thoughts about all of this? I will leave that for you to discuss in comments or otherwise or amongst your own networks. Moving on from this topic, I want to point out something more positive about Samsung prioritizing blockchain. Let's scroll down the article here. Samsung Electronics Vice Chairman J.Y. Lee has revealed a marked focus in future technologies. Part of its 10-year strategy, with focus on blockchain, artificial intelligence, and 6G. Lee, who is often seen as the face of Samsung, held meetings last week with some of the company's executives about the potential collaboration with emerging technology platforms. The technology giant is willing to invest and work with companies building up these nascent technologies. Samsung has already made significant strides into the blockchain ecosystem with Next Ledger, its blockchain platform for enterprises and business. And a couple of tweets there. The world's biggest smartphone maker has also pumped nearly $3 million into cryptocurrency hardware wallet Ledger this year. The exploration of hardware wallets also ties into the integration of a crypto wallet into its Galaxy S10 mobile phone in the form of Samsung blockchain wallet. Further information there. Well done to Samsung. I'm very impressed with them launching the S10 wallet and then expanding the support for that wallet and I think other wallets on other Samsung devices as well. They're being very future oriented with this 10-year roadmap. That's a very good sign. It's a very positive sign. Apple have announced intentions as well to get involved in blockchain. Let's see in the coming months as well, especially as the crypto market continues to pick up. And on that note, let's have a look at the prices. More positive gains as well. The crypto market is gradually creeping up to 300 billion US dollars. As we can see, we are slowly but surely. And once we hit 300 billion, this will mark the first time in nearly a year that we've crossed that point. Excellent signs. Let's get this back up to then break the previous record and hopefully $1 trillion US dollars for the overall market. Bitcoin holding above the 9,000 resistance level there. Excellent to see. Ethereum doing all right. Litecoin has steadied somewhat. It's still showing some positive signs there. The whole market, most of the market overall is looking good. Binance coin has bounced back. It's, I think, set a new all-time high or about to. So showing that those positive signs there. In case you haven't noticed, as a quick side note, I made a video about Binance coin. If you're interested, I'll provide a link to that. Yeah, mixed bag overall. IOTA's dropped 5%. VeChain, and if you've listened to this far, I forgot to announce earlier that my next price prediction video will be about VeChain. some news in the space. So stay tuned for that. I can see you're checking out those videos. Thank you to everyone who's viewing those price prediction videos or any of my videos in general. I appreciate that. That's pretty much a wrap there. The prices there and coin market cap as well. I forgot to include which coins are the biggest gainers and the losers for today as well. Quick side note, the article before said that Grin was a major winner, but it's actually seen a substantial drop over the past 24 hours. Things can change in a short period of time. That is the dynamic nature of crypto. What are your thoughts about this information? Leave your ideas and opinions in the description in the comments section below, or if you just want to say g'day, feel free to do so. Like this if you enjoyed it. Share it with anyone who you believe will benefit from this information. Alrighty, thanks again. I'll leave you to it. Bye.